Okay, so let's bring in an image. This is different than any other program. I don't know why, but they just want to be different. So I'm going to go to Google Chrome, and I'm going to just look up cats. Alright. Now, remember, to find a good image, you can go to all those websites I've given you before. But remember, if you're on Google, let's go to Tools, Size, and your size may, differ. You might need a smaller one or a bigger one, but there you go. You can look for color as well. You can look for usage rights, which is very important. So we'll go label for reuse, because people love to give their cats a face, so a lot of cat pictures are free. You can also look for this if you're looking for a type of file, and also maybe something that's older or recent, whatever you want. So let's just go with this guy. So I'm going to click on him, making sure I click on the original source as much as possible. So clicking. I'm just going to click and drag to my desktop, and I'm going to come back to InDesign. Now, instead of doing Command O for opening, I'm going to do Command D. Okay? So that's the hotkey for placing. So if you go under File, you can go File, Place. But honestly, if you just remember Command D for place, which I know does not make so much sense, but that's why it's easy to remember because it's so different, that opens up your images. Going to Desktop, opening this guy up, and just clicking Return or OK. And you can see he's quite large. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hold down Shift like I normally do. I'm going to make sure that I'm on my free transform, which is E. So it's right down here, E. Clicking and dragging. And let's say I want him to take up the whole page. Now, what I can do, and what I love about InDesign, is that with images, that you can have a little fun with it. Let's say I want to zoom in on this, but I don't really want to take it into Photoshop, I don't want to crop it. I could do that right here. So I'm on my Move tool, I've just transformed it. I'm going to hit A, and you can see, I know it's hard to, but you can see that with A, which is the white arrow, I'm going to get like a brown box around my image, and if I click and drag with my mouse or with my trackpad, a little hand comes up, and I'm zooming in. Again, this is too pixelated now, but I can do it like that. And be careful, because now I've lost this, but if I keep zooming in, I can get something like that. And now that I went back to my Move tool, I can move him around just easy peasy. And there you go. So that's how you bring in an image again. File, Place, or Command D. Now, if you wanted to bring in a shape in, if you want to bring in an image in a different shape, there's several ways you can do this. One, we can do it with what they already have, an ellipse, a polygon, and a rectangle. We do that like this. I went here, went on the ellipse, click and drag to make it symmetrical. Command D. And there's my cat. Now obviously that image is huge, right? So this is where the A comes in, the white arrow. I'm on here, and now you can see that brown box much better. Okay? But we'll do here, and then I'll drag it a little, maybe with my arrow keys, bringing that on down, and there we go. So I can bring it in a shape. Now I can also bring it in a custom shape. So I'm going to go to my pen tool, just like any other program, it's P, and I'll just do something funky. So you can just see how weird it might look. And I'm going to highlight that. If I go to W, remember, so I can see all my little secrets. If I go to W, you can see the shape. Command D, bring in the cat in again, and there I go. So maybe here I actually want the fur, but if I don't, again, A, shrinking him on down, moving him around. Looks like he's in a weird dinosaur footprint. Wonderful. So those are 3 different ways that you can work with an image.